2025 is shaping up to be the ultimate year for open-world game lovers. Epic stories, massive maps, and mind-blowing adventures are coming your way. This year's releases are taking exploration and immersion to a whole new level. Ready to dive in? Let's explore 12 games that will redefine the open-world genre in 2025. If you subscribe, I'll be forever grateful. Let's grow together. Kicking off our list is Assassin's Creed Shadows takes the series to new heights by exploring feudal Japan. With settings that range from fortified cities to isolated temples, bustling ports, and war-torn fields, the game offers a vast world full of stories waiting to be discovered. Players follow two warriors with distinct fighting styles: a shinobi, who uses stealth and speed to outwit enemies, and a skilled samurai, who strikes with precision and strength. The ability to alternate between these two styles promises dynamic and strategic gameplay, with missions that can be solved through cunning or direct combat. An exciting feature is the ability to build a personalized hideout, which serves as both a base of operations and home to a new league of warriors. This not only offers moments of calm between missions, but also turns every decision into an opportunity to strengthen your network and expand your influence across the world. Number 11. Monster Hunter Wilds, a game that promises to raise the stakes with intense battles and ever-changing landscapes. Picture yourself exploring the Forbidden Lands, a region where the environment constantly shifts, with sudden weather changes keeping you on your toes. The premise is simple. Step into the shoes of a hunter and face off against colossal monsters. Instead of relying solely on brute force, you'll use a versatile arsenal that adapts based on resources found during expeditions. Forging armor from the creatures you defeat adds an exciting sense of progression. The world evolves as your character grows stronger, with fiercer monsters and shifting terrain that can either help or hinder you. The dynamic environments reshape the battlefield, forcing you to remain vigilant. The unpredictable landscape makes every step into the unknown feel like a survival challenge. In this intense adventure, the line between hunter and hunted is constantly blurred. In number 10, Kingdom Come: Deliverance 2 looks to expand its medieval journey with a much larger and more immersive world. Known for its realistic approach, the game offers a setting that spans from small villages and forests to grand castles. Every detail is crafted to recreate the tense atmosphere of a kingdom on the brink of civil war. The publisher has hinted that the map will be twice as large as in the first game, promising varied areas for exploration and memorable moments throughout this historically rich landscape. The combat system has been redesigned to better reflect medieval martial arts. The weight and impact of battles are expected to feel more striking, with refined swordsmanship styles, long-range weapons like crossbows, and early experiments with gunpowder. RPG elements are also strengthened, offering deep customization and decisions that meaningfully impact the narrative. This ambitious proposal promises to transport players to an era of conflict and intrigue, allowing them the freedom to carve their own path through the chaos. Number 9. Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, offers an offbeat pirate adventure filled with stylized combat and plenty of personality. The story begins when a former Yakuza unexpectedly becomes a pirate captain on a journey across the high seas, with no memories of his past life. He embarks on a wild search for answers and a legendary treasure. The journey blends the chaos of the seas with the charm of an anti-hero who must reinvent himself. Exploration is central to the experience, and the promise of real-time naval battles raises expectations. The main twist is the ability to switch between unique fighting styles, one agile and unpredictable, focusing on quick attacks that confuse enemies, and the other brutal, allowing you to wield two short swords and use clever tricks to finish off foes with pirate flair. This adventure promises action, unexpected twists, and legendary confrontations across the seven seas. In 8th place, Fable, promising to recapture the charm that made the franchise famous. While many details remain under wraps, the release trailers have already hinted at a world full of magical adventures and unpredictable situations. From enchanted forests and lively villages to fantastic creatures, the setting seems carefully designed to immerse players in a land where every choice matters and every action can have unforeseen consequences. The story revolves around a retired hero who comes back into action when an old enemy resurfaces, bringing with it secrets from the past that could alter the course of the tale. While the protagonist is customizable, it appears that this legendary figure will play a significant role in the hero's journey, creating an intriguing dynamic between mentorship and rivalry. The freedom to explore the world and encounter side missions and eccentric characters reinforces the promise of a rich, captivating narrative. The The game seems set to be a modern celebration of what made the series a beloved RPG classic. In number 7, Avowed presents an epic adventure set in a mystical land filled with ancient secrets and rising danger. The journey takes place on a living island, full of beauty and peril, plagued by a disease threatening everything in its path. As a traveler from afar, you arrive to investigate dark rumors, only to discover that something deeply personal connects you to the island. Each region of the island has its own ecosystem, from vibrant forests to dark caves, creating a world that feels alive with stories waiting to be uncovered. One of the major attractions is the freedom in combat, where players can combine sharp swords, powerful spells, and precise bows to create unique fighting styles. The dynamic combat promises intense, strategic battles, whether facing ambushes or exploring forgotten ruins, requiring both strength and tactical adaptability. Companions with strong personalities and their own stories play a key role, evolving with player decisions. These allies are not just for battle. Their personal narratives shape the overall storyline, with choices influencing mission outcomes and forging bonds along the way. With its rich narrative and a world full of life, Avowed promises an immersive experience where every decision and battle carries significant weight. Number 6. Borderlands 4 promises to take players to a planet ravaged by chaos and ruled by a brutal dictator. A catastrophe threatens this seemingly perfect society, sparking a large-scale rebellion. And this is where the new hunters come in, determined to overthrow the authoritarian regime and become legends. The game promises intense combat, an insane arsenal, and the series' signature irreverent tone, delivering epic moments full of gunfire, explosions, and opportunities to stand out with unique abilities. Gameplay is expected to maintain the explosive essence of the series while introducing new layers of customization, including more complex talent trees and agile movements that can change how confrontations unfold. True to the franchise's legacy, the battle should be frenetic, with monstrous enemies and abundant loot. The use of bizarre weapons and unusual strategies will turn each clash into a choreographed spectacle of destruction. Another highlight is the cooperative mode, where up to 3 friends can join forces to face challenging bosses and explore the planet. Fans can expect charismatic characters, sarcastic dialogue, and a narrative that blends humor and adventure. Number 5. The Outer Worlds 2 stands as one of the most anticipated sequels for sci-fi RPG fans, offering a new war-torn colony and cosmic mysteries to unravel. The premise is even more ambitious. The player takes on the role of an agent sent to investigate devastating rifts threatening the colony's stability. Every step in the investigation uncovers deep secrets about warring factions, testing alliances and values. The narrative unfolds in a constantly evolving universe, where each choice can influence major events and relationships with characters, shaping the protagonist into a diplomat, strategist, or agent of chaos. This adds a layer of customization that directly impacts the game's events. Companions play a vital role, bringing their own stories and goals, which can either be strengthened or ruined based on player decisions. The setting of the new colony is vast and filled with contrasts, from crumbling urban zones to desolate regions embroiled in territorial disputes. Each location hides unique secrets and dangers, and the battle for control of the mysterious rifts will force players to choose between fragile alliances and bold actions. With complex choices and a power struggle-driven setting, the journey promises to be an intriguing mix of exploration and moral dilemmas that will captivate players from start to finish. In number 4, Mafia, The Old Country, offers a crime and survival narrative set in the underworld of a land marked by traditions and rivalries at the dawn of the 20th century. The game follows the journey of a young man rising within a powerful crime family. The setting includes rural landscapes, dirt roads, and narrow alleys, evoking a time of transitioning technology and transportation. Players can travel long distances by horseback or automobile, with missions designed to immerse them in the historical atmosphere, enhanced by Sicilian voice acting that aligns with the culture of the time. Combat is brutal, featuring intense hand-to-hand fights and a traditional arsenal of firearms, like sawed-off shotguns. Quick tactics and limited resources suggest that players must carefully plan each confrontation. By swearing loyalty to a crime family, players must adhere to a strict code of conduct, where any misstep can have lasting consequences. Number 3. Death Stranding 2 expands the boundaries between narrative and gameplay. The desolate world from the first game has evolved into something even more intense, with new coastal settings, relentless storms, and mysterious ruins. The journey now involves not just isolation, but also deep themes of reconstruction and loss. The plot, surrounded by secrets, hints at a reunion with humanity's deepest dilemmas, including sacrifice, bonds, and redemption. The protagonist's choices will likely carry real weight, influencing the path they take and their relationships with others. The theme of connection between people and territories is expanded both in the narrative and gameplay mechanics. The journey promises more than just deliveries and crossings. Every step will reflect the protagonist's decisions and their impact on the fractured world. New systems of transportation and interaction will be essential for navigating the unexplored regions, where hostile creatures and harsh climates await. Whether you're continuing the story or starting fresh, everything points to this chapter being even more tense and emotional, with moments that could transform solitude into a true test of endurance and courage. Number 2. Crimson Desert stands out as an epic journey set in a continent marked by stunning contrasts and dark conflicts. Each territory tells its own story, filled with surprises and dangers that make exploration both fascinating and unpredictable. Players take on the role of a warrior leading a resistance against an enemy capable of threatening the entire land. The mission involves gathering allies from various backgrounds and navigating intrigues that could determine the continent's future. The combat system promises intense, unpredictable battles with precise strikes and varied tactics. The battle scenarios are designed to create ambushes, duels, and epic confrontations, placing players against powerful enemies in a true test of strength and perseverance. In number 1, Ghost of Yōtei offers a new journey steeped in mysticism, with a narrative centered on the clash between tradition and change. The setting takes you to a wild land with snow-covered peaks, dense forests, and fields where the wind seems to carry forgotten stories. This new generation promises even more impressive levels of detail. Known for her unique combat style, the protagonist wields 2 katanas simultaneously and also utilizes chains and ranged weapons, expanding her options in battle. The presence of wild animals and sudden terrain shifts will make exploration both beautiful and dangerous. Anyone seeking an engaging story with battles that demand focus and skill will find a challenge worthy of the most epic tales of honor and triumph. Which of these games would you play? Did any catch your curiosity? We'd love to know which one grabbed your attention the most. Share in the comments which upcoming release you're most excited about. If you can, subscribe to the channel to help me grow. Thanks for watching, and I see you the next time. And remember, we are Gamespedia EX, your AI favorite video game source. I'll be back.